Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to another LOL video. This is me, the one announcing the winners for the contest that I had for Are You an Aspiring LOL YouTuber? So all the submissions were great. I want to thank everyone for sending in their submissions. I really enjoyed watching over all of them, and it was really hard to decide. There was a few really good ones that I really liked, and I just want to say a couple things that I was looking for people to mention in this submission. So first, here I want people to mention that the reason Pantheon was going down was to cut off Gangplank, and that's clearly why Gangplank started running up, because he had no other way to run or else he would have died. Another thing I noticed, wanted people to say, was the fact that Pantheon took one too many tower hits there, because he could have lived, and but he took one too many tower hits and someone picked up the kill there. What I didn't want people to say, and people started saying, is that the fact that they think Vayne helped me get the kill when my Q was going off even before she hit me forward. So that's one thing I was hoping people wouldn't say, and a few people did say that. Another thing I want to say is, here during the Malzahar clip, this is something I really enjoyed people that noticed, is when I went for the Shaco, some people noticed, some people didn't notice, or at least didn't mention it, is the fact that when I'm doing my ulti and my E on the Shaco, I have the ignite ready to go, and I find, if you notice that, it's good. I really like that you notice it. If you didn't, it's unfortunate. Maybe you did know it, but you didn't talk about it, but as far as I know, you didn't notice it. So that's another thing I was kind of looking for, for you to mention in the clips. Next thing I was kind of looking for was this part right here, where I backed, but then some people mentioned how the reason I don't back is because Pantheon did go into the lane and he was about to push, and there's a lot of minions, so I decided to quickly farm it up. And then another thing is also that there's pings going down bottom. That's really important to notice, and some people did mention that as well. The fact that my team is pinging for us to go bottom to have a team fight. Now, in this part of the video, I was looking for two main things. One thing I want people to mention was the fact that this whole fight was a 4v5, because if you look at the minimap, of course, our Renekton is top lane pushing. No one seems to notice that. And another thing I want people to kind of talk about is the fact that this whole fight, I didn't have my ultimate, and then near the end, as you see, when I died to the Caitlyn, I actually had about 2 or 3 seconds left of my ultimate, and how the whole fight I was basically just waiting for my ultimate so I can insta-gip someone, and that's just the things I was looking for. I'm not going to penalize anyone for not mentioning certain things or anything like that, so don't worry about that. But without further ado, guys, let us get on with the winners. I decided to make a top 3 winners, just because there are a lot of good submissions, and I feel like I should get maybe a bit more shout outs to more people, and so I decided to put a top 3 compilation of the people I thought deserved the spots. So without further ado, let us get on with it. Oh, and one thing I just want to quickly mention, what I was mainly looking for also in the submissions was the fact that how well you know the game, just how well I feel like you know the game, and just how well your voice sounds with commentating and all that, and just if I think that your voice is a good commentating voice. Alright, so at number 3, I felt like Daunass had a very interesting and unique clip. The reason I feel like he deserves the number 3 spot is just I like his enthusiasm. I like the way he talks. I find it really amusing and funny. Just his enthusiasm is really nice. I really enjoy listening to it, and I feel like if he made a really nice series where he can kind of just joke around and all that kind of stuff, I think it'll be pretty successful, and I feel like he'll do a really good job. So let's take a quick look at his submission.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Ned, here again, bringing you another commentary, though not live today. It's a commentary from Redmercy's footage that I downloaded. It's a competition for aspiring YouTubers, League of Legends YouTubers that want to get more views, like me. I mean, more views would be very nice. And I'm gonna try my best to make it as entertaining as fun. As entertaining as possible, as fun as possible for your guys' entertainment. So, okay, let the commentary of game begin. Now, Oleg and Victor's going in. He's gonna go and get Sona. Boom! Tower diving like a boss. Yeah! Okay, he is legendary, but he's gonna get him followed by Vayne. Oh, he's gonna try to escape. 0 HP. Boom! Dead. I like you, Redmercy over there. Oh, look, it's Malzahar, huh? Nice, I did a Malzahar guide, if you guys know. Shameless advertisement. I've got the same exact skin. Redmercy, nice skin.
Okay, number 2. This is really hard for me to decide. I couldn't really decide between 2 people, and after a lot of watching and just consideration, I felt like number 2 belonged to TekchniqueGaming. I liked his submission because, again, he seemed like he knew what he was talking about, and he also seemed pretty enthusiastic. I like, some of the references he made, pretty funny, and I just feel like he makes it, pretty entertaining at times. And let me just show you guys, a clip from his submission that I feel like, explains what I mean. So check it out.
In this next clip, we have Malzahar here, doing Malzahar things. He's farming, he's getting gold, not a care in the world. He actually sees Shaco, but Shaco, dips out right away. So he tries to bait him a little bit, and he's like, psych! He pushes back in on Shaco. Q, flash, ulti, dead Shaco. Poor Shaco. Shaco just gets decimated by Malzahar right here. So Malzahar goes back, goes back to his good life in lane, starts farming more creeps. I think he actually decides, yeah, he goes back, he decides to actually spend his newly acquired gold. So yeah, instead of going back, he's waiting for Pantheon to get the hell out of his lane. Pantheon does that, so he goes back to farming his creeps, doing his thing, and he actually notices a team fight happening at bot. So he heads down through the brush, down the river to get to bottom. He meets up with Lee Sin. They're kind of tracking Pantheon here. They're kind of shadowing a little bit, trying to get into this team fight. Lee looks pretty brave. What's he do? He throws in his E. Leroy Jenkins in, tanking like a boss, drops his E skill. He's fighting them all. He does have Sona support though. In other news, Pantheon's running from Malzahar with no ult, like a little bitch. Don't you know? Don't you know? Spartans don't run, man. Spartans don't run like no little bitches, man. um,
All right, and finally, number one. Number one, I feel like belongs to DrMixable. Why? Because I just feel like he has the qualities of a good commentator. I feel like he has a good voice for commentating. He doesn't seem, too nervous. He seems to know what he's talking about, calm, and I just like the way he talks. It just seems, like a nice commentating voice. And I feel like, if he keeps doing it, commentaries like the way he did for the submission, I feel like he can definitely make it somewhere. In terms of making LoL commentaries or even other game commentaries. So I really enjoyed watching this. I feel like overall, he had all the aspects needed to become a great commentator, and I feel like even with more practice, he'll be even better at doing his thing. So let's watch his full replay, guys, and see what you think.
Hey everybody, DrMixable here. Today I'm commentating over Redmercy's clips for his contest. So we start out, Victor is coming up with Skarner to pick up that Warwick, and Gangplank and Sarkov come in. Redmercy is able to chain CC that Skarner. Unfortunately, Warwick gets picked up right there under the Gangplank ulti, and now Pantheon has dropped in. They're trying to pick up that Soraka. They do pick up that Soraka with Redmercy's Q. They start to chase Gangplank out of the tower, and Pantheon walks in a wrong direction, I guess, and starts to take a lot of turret damage, and now they go into the second tower, and Pantheon gets really low. It's about to get away, but he stops, so Sona is able to pick him up with his Q right there. Now Redmercy turns on Sona, is trying to do as much damage as he can with that red buff. Vayne has actually come up from behind, gone invisible, actually pushes Redmercy forward. Redmercy is able to pick up Sona with that Q. Now he knows he can't get away, so he tries to do as much damage as he can, tries to stun her, laser everything, but she's able to cleanse out and pick him up before he can get help. Now, Redmercy's in mid here. He's playing Malzahar. He's just farming up mid like Malzahar should do with his E. And there, Tristan's picked up a kill, and Sona's actually placed a ward right there and sees Shaco. So now Redmercy thinks, okay, well, Shaco's going to get away, so I'm going to go back mid. But he sees that Shaco's actually going to pick up Race, so he puts down his Q right there, deceives, so he can't deceive. He puts his E, ulti, Ignite ready to go, but unfortunately Shaco gets picked up anyway. For Shaco, at least. And now Redmercy is going to go. He goes mid, thinks he's going to farm, but decides instead to go under his tower and go back for some items. But then that's when he notices Pantheon's actually going mid to farm up those creeps, and he realizes if Pantheon farms up those creeps, he'll be able to push the tower and do a bunch of damage. So he decides to stick around, farm the creeps. He starts to see the pings bottom, the team fight's going to erupt, so he realizes, okay, I'm just going to get a few more creeps, and then head bot. And that's when he starts to head down. He meets up with Lee Sin in the river here. Goes to click on Lee Sin, sees he has 2 Madrids. The story behind that is, in the game commentary, Redmercy, they had made it be joke at the beginning of this game that he should get 2 Madrids, but he actually did end up getting it by accident. But here we go. Lee Sin has thrown his Q on Soraka, done a bunch of damage, thinks he's going to get her. Unfortunately, Soraka's heals are just too strong. Redmercy's over there poking away at Pantheon, trying to do as much damage as he can. Then they are able to pick up Mordekaiser. Caitlyn Q's Lee Sin, gets him really low with that Mordekaiser ulti. Sona's trying to keep him alive, keep herself alive. Tristan's trying to do a bunch of damage. Redmercy has walked into a trap, so he's afraid he's going to be picked off if he doesn't walk around that way. Right there, Sona gets picked up, even though Redmercy is trying to help her out with his Q. At this point, Tristana and Lee Sin are trying to run away. They're getting low. Redmercy's trying to help. He gets backed off by Caitlyn's Q. Tristan's really low. Pantheon decides to go under the tower, and even with the Caitlyn ulti right there, they are able to live, and Pantheon gets picked up. Right here, Redmercy sees Shaco's getting low. He silenced him. He doesn't E, he doesn't ignite. Does everything he can. Try and pick off that Shaco. He's about to pick him up, but again, Soraka's heals are just too strong. Now Caitlyn right here is gets missed by Redmercy's Q, and now Lee Sin's trying to do a bunch of damage. Hopefully, he can pick her up. Right there, Redmercy sees that Shaco, so he does the Q, misses that Q as well, and that's pretty much it. Right there, Lee Sin survives with just a little bit of health, and Redmercy unfortunately gets picked off, and then Lee Sin actually decides to come back in, and Caitlyn gets a double kill. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the future.
Alright, so congratulations to all the winners. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really want to thank everyone for applying, and I hope that this can somehow help you, jumpstart your YouTube LOL career. And I'm going to put all 3 clips right now on this video, so you guys can definitely click on them and go to the main link, and definitely check out the video again if you wish, and even subscribe to the person if you liked and enjoyed their commentary. So once again, thank you for all the submissions. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and maybe I'll do this again in the future. But other than that, thank you for watching. Peace.